Welcome to 806 Driver. Let's roll.
Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Tuesday, October 28th. Getting close to that Halloween holiday. We're here at the shop this morning. It is morning time, it's not the evening. And the wind is getting after it today. Over here on the south side of the building, it's blowing out of the north. We got our first pretty decent cold front blowing through. Kind of misty and rainy, which it has been kind of misty and rainy for the last 5 days, kind of putting a hamper on these farmers getting in the field to get after their cotton. But they are doing it the best they can, and that's what we've been doing for the last almost 2 weeks now. I've been hauling bales, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to take y'all along on a bale run with it. We'll go out here and fight this wind all day, running over. We're going to pick up out here at the Gin, west of town at Lakeview, and we're going to take it over to the warehouse in Altus, Oklahoma, straight east of here. So we're going to be fighting that wind all day, hitting us in the side, going both ways. But first thing first, they haven't got busy enough to start running 24 hours at the Gin, so they're just running 12-hour shifts right now, 7 to 7. It is about 7 o'clock in the morning right now. I popped in there last night after my last load at about 8 o'clock, and the trailer was only about halfway loaded. So it's going to be about 8:30, 9 o'clock before we have a load. So I figured while I had a chance, I pulled the old rat rod in here, and noticed the front end was starting to pop a little bit. So we're going to grease. We're going to do some greasing. And also, I got to take some pictures. One of these things, like we used to say in the Army, one of these things is not like the other. So I bought these headlights a little over a year ago, and the one that was on this side got a crack in it, kind of right in here, a big old triangle sized crack, and it was letting moisture in. It got all nasty, so it was getting kind of hard to see out of them. So I took them out, still left the bracket on here and whatnot. I just put some old 4x6s in there. And I did some calling to see if I could just get the let me get it out of the, got it in my box here under the bunk. Grab my key. Got a mess under my bunk, y'all. Straighten that up too sometime. All right. Right here, you see this housing's got a big crack right there. You see how it's all smoked in and nasty. So I called Rainey's. This is where I ordered these lights from, to see if I could just get this portion of the light without having to order a whole new mounting bracket and assembly. It all comes together, and they're about $500 a piece. But when I was talking to them, they said, and I didn't realize it, I forgot, but they said I bought the extended warranty. So I gotta take some pictures of this right here, get this serial number off of here, right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and mount this back in the housing for warranty purposes. So hopefully they'll send me a whole new light housing there for that. So that's the plan for this morning. So I'm not going to really record doing a lot of that, just greasing. That's pretty boring, and messing with that light. But when I get done with that, we'll check it out, and we'll head out to the Gin and begin our bale haul and talk a little more about this bale haul. And what do y'all think about AI? What is y'all's opinions on artificial intelligence? That's going to be the theme for today. got her greased up, got our headlight housing put back in for the pictures and video of for the warranty stuff. Had to fix a few little lights on here that were loose and giving me problems. One thing about glass watermelon lights, you always got to work on them. Now, I was checking my coolant. Check my oil, check my coolant. Boy, look at that coolant. Suspecting that my oil cooler is leaching into the coolant system. I'm going to flush this stuff here when I get a chance. I'm going to flush the whole system, fill it back up, see what it does. Either that or I put some nasty stuff in it at one time or another and didn't realize it or whatever, but I really think it's the oil cooler. So, with that being said, I'm about to go get some diesel and we're going to head to the gin. I hope y'all enjoyed that harvest footage that played just before this. That's some of Johnny and Kayla Lindley's lease land, farmland, and Kathy Fowler, who owns the Fowler Insurance Agency here. That was some of her land. And the pickers that were in there, the cotton pickers, those were Darryl Pasket. He's out of East Texas. He comes up here and does some custom harvesting. And then the strippers that you seen there, and we'll talk a little bit about the difference of that too, about the difference between a cotton picker and a cotton stripper here in a little bit. But the strippers were Johnny Lindley's J&K Farms here in Memphis. So hope y'all enjoyed that. But right now, about to get her off the ramps, go grab some diesel, and then we'll head to the gym. Okay, so we just got our fuel here. Do you guys know much about this old company right here in front of me? Tough Transport, I guess what they're called. Tough Transport Service. I thought they were from out of Waco, but I think they got a yard down in Waco, but on the side of the truck it says St. George, Utah. No, pretty unique. If you look at that truck, it's a Cascadia, but all their trucks, I've always paid attention to them. They're always kind of dolled up. They're stretched out, got fenders on them, always got nice paint jobs, got a bumper on them. They're pretty cool for a bunch of Cascadias. Looks like they have pretty cool equipment. I know when they coming through here, most of the time when they're loaded, they got that like granite stone on the trailers. So I don't know. If you know much about them, drop it in the comments. We just got our diesel. Let's head on out to the gin. You know, we got about 10 miles out here, and let's go get us a load. Yeah. I ain't here. I don't know where you at because you're not at the yard either, though. He was limping pretty good yesterday. Wrapping it up. See you in a little bit, bud. Alright, so we made it to the gin. Or it's at this yard dog to start. Put a new fuel filter on it yesterday. I've been having some trouble starting. I think it's still gonna have trouble starting. Been having to put ether to it the first round of every morning. Give her a little go-go juice. Little go-go juice. That little M11 to fire up. What the heck? Alright. Well, see, my cap's messed up on there. I'm having to hold it kind of funny. Let me get out here. I'm gonna have to use two hands. What's done now? Fire in the hole! Alright, so what we're gonna do, let this thing build air. Well, we're gonna stab this trailer in the hole after I pull out. I'm gonna pull out that dry van on the left there, that 53 footer, the only 53 footer. We got all the other 4 vans we got are 48 footers, so we're gonna grab that 53. Let this thing build some air. Mr. Raphael, our daytime bale loader, he's chomping at the bit. Boy, he gets a trailer loaded, he gets pretty excited, ready for you to come and get her picked up. Not much seed. Uncle Adam and father-in-law ain't got a whole lot to do right now. They keep, gin's still going kind of slow. They ain't making a whole lot of seed. We'll talk a little bit about that, the seed to barrel ratio here in a minute. Get over here, pull this one out of the way. Raphael closed our doors for us back there. He's swinging her around there. do the doors right here while we ain't messing with the wind. So this trailer is our 53-foot trailer. It is air ride. There's 3 trailers sitting right there, 3 45-footers, not counting the one that's the very end one. That's another bunch of trailers, another company's trailer. That they haul the moat bales out here. In other words, the trash bales, they haul them out. So that so that middle trailer there that says 4811 on it, it is a newer 48 foot and it is air ride as well. So I really like to try to use these if I can. That 956, which is this trailer right here. I'm trying to think which one we put the new landing gear on. The new landing gear is on the trailer that the yard dog is under. Me and father-in-law put brand new landing gear on it. But I like to try to use the air ride trailers if I can. They just ride so much better than them spring ride trailers do. We're gonna pull around here, try to get out of everybody's way. You see right here they got some plastic bales. I think the city of Memphis comes and picks those up, and then inside that trailer there, see where the ramps are going up in there, where the moat bales are. Got a bird truck over here under the bird house, catching some birds. Or what some people call gin trash. Not trash though. It'll go get ground up and get made into some good cow feed. So you can see on these trailers here where we put these this channel iron, we welded it on all the way across the hill. We have a big problem when it gets wet out here, dropping the loaded trailers out here that's sinking. We got some bridge timbers buried there, but hell, most of the time they miss them or whatever. This 4811, this air right here, this is the only one that does not have the channel iron on it yet. We got the piece for it at the yard, but we ran out of time and it started ginning. We started having to run. So what I'm going to do, I'm put y'all right here, and we're going to pull out from underneath this one. We're going to get under this air ride trailer and put it in place. ready to roll. Other than doing a little paperwork right quick. Paperwork's pretty easy. Just got my mileage sheet that we always fill out every day. So what I always do is write down my mileage, what trailer I got, D-King trailer, and the ticket number for this load. We got 9654. Today is the 28th of October 2025. We got 100 finished cotton bales on here. We're at 83 miles to location. Sign my name and put D-King for the trailer. So got my ticket filled out. We are going from Lakeview, Texas to Altus, Oklahoma. And we get to go fight the wind. Happy, joy about that. So I'm going to put y'all on a time lapse on this round from the gin all the way to the warehouse where we're going to be at, where we unload at. That way y'all kind of see what the route looks like. It is straight east. I mean, you couldn't go more straighter than it. Yeah, I think we got about 1.5 miles with DD8 to the south, just a little bit. But we're gonna get that way. So here we go. Altus, Oklahoma. Got to roll up in here. Plains Cotton Cooperative Association, PCCA is what we call it. Over here on the southwest side of Altus. Right here to our right, where that white sign is, that's where you go if you're hauling cotton out of here during the year. There's a lot of container trucks come in here hauling this stuff out throughout the year. We go in here and we're going to go back to our left. The bigger gins that gin 100,000 plus bales a year, they kind of stay over here to the right, and we stay over here to the left. Don't have no forklifts unless they're all sitting inside they might be sitting inside the building the way the wind's blowing. These guys work 2 shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And that wind kicked our butt all the way over here, y'all. Right over there sitting on forklifts, maybe they'll come over here with us. A lot of these barn doors closed that are usually open, just due to the wind. No trucks over there unloading, they just got a bunch of cotton scattered on the ground. to another barn, and they got a dock, little ramp that they can roll around and put wherever they need to put it, be close to the barn to unload. Back in the day, 20 years ago, when I used to come in here, we used to haul this cotton on nothing but flatbeds, floats. And back then, we used to go inside the barns. We'd turn, swing out wide here, and then hit the barn straight. Had them little 40-foot, 42-foot floats, old school floats, and go up in there, and then we'd unload inside. I'm glad we don't do that. It's nice unloading inside when the weather was bad, but it's nice not having to deal with them straps, all them straps and stuff no more. These dry vans make you lazy. Make it easy, but make you lazy. And so right up here on the right, you'll be able to see the dock, the ramp. Got some of those construction barrels right there. Like the one I almost got hit by while we were moving those concrete beams on a few videos back. We're gonna swing around here. Get lined up. One thing good, all that turning through here yesterday, my front end was popping when I make those turns. Today it didn't pop, so I guess our grease job we did this morning worked like a champ. There they are. They were inside the barn. You know, I see them coming out right now. I'm gonna jump out here, go open our doors right quick, get them to sign our paperwork. Alright, so we got the good hands over here unloading this round. That's good. Idle this truck up a little bit. It won't take them very long. They got a bunch of new guys here they're training, and I know people have got to learn how to do it. Man, I just hate they got to learn how to do it on me. They've tore up a few things this year, ripped a runner out of one of our trailers yesterday, the walls, I don't know, it's been a mess as far as them guys getting stuff up, grabbing hold of stuff on the side of the trailer and stuff, hitting the walls and whatnot. Paperwork here. Y'all see that little barrier right there around that fire hydrant? Somebody got a hold of that the other day. You see them old ones down there, they got old iron. This one's been redone. They drove that little post in the ground there. It's got that little red light on top. It don't flash during the day, but at nighttime when you're in here, that thing's flashing. I don't know who grabbed it, but somebody got a hold of it. They're getting us unloaded back here. Probably jump out here just a minute, get a little bit of video of them unloading. So let's talk about AI for a minute. So, jumped away from me. What do y'all think about AI? What's your thoughts on it or whatever? It's pretty wild what you can do and what can be done, and what. There's some things you don't even know if it's real or fake anymore. I mean, I look like I got a big old, you know what I look like? Like one of the dwarfs on Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs, huh? So, it's definitely a different world that we're getting into here with the AI revolution and whatnot. All these data centers they're building around. You know, so it's giving us a lot of work with our belly dumps. I know there's a lot of people against it, but it's coming. Look at that. I got grease right in the center of my glasses. Just got it on my finger. Probably got that on there since this morning. But see, it's another AI feature here. Is way it making everything look, I don't know, kind of crazy. But all right, I quit playing with the AI for a minute here, but clean my glass, clean the grease off my glasses. Looks good. It's probably gonna smear them up. But so the AI revolution is here, whether we like it or not. And I don't know. I don't know if it's the stuff, you know, you listen to. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I don't know if this is going to turn into a Terminator type situation, or just going to take a lot of jobs and everybody's going to be on a universal basic income, or how it's all going to work out. But I know one thing for certain, we're going to find out. And we're going to find out sooner than what we probably think, I bet. I think once this stuff starts building up and starts going, it's going to happen fast. So, but I am going to start making a few little AI short videos, try to make some funny trucking related videos to throw in. So y'all probably already seen a few of them I posted. So let me know what you think about those, and we're gonna try that out, see if we can get a little more views from it. They're easy to do, and I can do those and post them out pretty quick. This right here is going to get real repetitious, y'all, so I got to come up with some content. I'm going to be doing this probably for the next 3 months, you know, the rest of November coming up, December, and probably part of January. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of content, because this is going to get old. But I'm glad we're doing it, and I'm glad we're busy. Now, one other thing we were talking about earlier, the difference between, and I'm totally switching lanes here, going into a different avenue altogether. I'm talking about cotton pickers and cotton strippers. A cotton picker, and I'll put a picture of one of them going through the field here. What a picker does, it can go through that cotton and then go through it when it's kind of green, and it actually goes in there and pulls that cotton right out of the bowl and separates it, all the trash and everything, and it'll leave. You'll look at a field that had been picked, and it looks like they hadn't even been in there yet, but you go in there and look at them bowls, it's just what's on the skin right there. That little white lint is barely left on there, makes it look like there's a lot in there. So it actually just goes through there and pulls it out. Now a stripper just goes through the field, and it just basically, what it says, strips everything off of that stalk. I mean, there ain't nothing left but a stalk. Leaves, and a lot of the leaves and stuff get blown out the back, you know, after, I think they call it a burr extractor, gets rid of a lot of the trash. But you know, a lot of these gins, if they get a lot of picker cutting in, they don't even have a lot of burrs, because there's not a lot of trash involved. But if the strippers go through it, there's still a lot of burrs, which, you know, these gins kind of like these burrs nowadays, because you can sell them for feed. You know, a lot of people buy that stuff for feed. So that's kind of difference between a picker and a stripper, and that's going back to the video that I showed earlier of them out in the field. So that's just a little bit of knowledge for you right there. So let's jump out here and let's get a little video of these guys unloading right quick, and then we're gonna fight this wind and head her back west, back to the gin, and go get us another one. Get over here out of the wind. They're going in and out of there. These guys right here don't take them too long at all either. There's about the camera shaking around there. I got it zooming in a little bit where you can see it there. Got up here up against the building on the south side of the building, blocked some of the wind, but you see there, getting her done over there. Old truck is trashed, boy. I need to wash that thing. As soon as I know this moisture is out of here for a while, we're gonna wash her there at the yard, get her cleaned back up. You know, y'all know me, I can't stand to be running around in a dirty truck. It sucks to be driving around in a dirty truck. Anyway, we'll let them finish getting loaded. Like I said a while ago, we're gonna pie y'all back west. back at the gin. Pulled over about 30 miles back. And I don't know, just added a little bit of coolant to this thing this morning. Spitting some out to overflow. I'm hoping that it was just residual from maybe putting a little too much in it. I don't know. I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about here in a minute after we get everything swapped and dropped. Now imagine we're going to run back by the yard and I'm going to get the pressure washer out and do some cleaning. That way I can do some investigating on this next round. Got a little seed pile there, not much. Bill got that other trailer ready. He should on a normal day. It should be ready to go already. They were pretty much getting a load every 4 hours. 100 to 125 bales every 4 hours. They can actually do more than that. They turn the gin up. I think they like to leave it at about, I think it's 35 bales an hour. So that'd be, running steady. That'd be about 140 bales every 4 hours. Get out here and crank this yard dog up and get everything ready. Philadelphia. How many you got on that one? 20. Thank you, man. That wind almost take that trailer door off. Got my finger too, or got my, I ain't really a finger, kind of a thumb, knuckle thumb. If the thumb has a knuckle, it got me. Alright, so we're gonna ease into town to the yard right quick. I'm gonna rinse some of this off. See, make sure we're not pushing coolant. I really think it's because I overfilled it and it's pushing a little bit out. I want to make sure. Also going to do a little bubble test right quick. You know, I really don't need nothing catastrophic. We're just now getting going, and this is our main earning time of the season right here. I need this truck to make it through this season, and I got a bunch of stuff to pay off, and if I don't get paid off by the end of this season, we're done. I'm just gonna have to go back to work for somebody, go back to driving for somebody. So let's just hope like heck. If it's an oil cooler, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, I can handle an oil cooler. I dang sure don't need nothing wrong with the motor though. Nothing major with the motor. Now I ain't got the motor we just put in here 2 years ago paid for. But from everybody I've talked to today, it looks like it's probably just gonna be the oil cooler. Talking. We're here at the yard. Do a little rinsing right quick. Get on the road. Right, if you look on the tire here, you can see where it's streaking out. I think that might be where I overfilled the coolant earlier, because the overfill tube, or the overflow tube, is right here, and it's a little wet. There's nothing else leaking. We greased in here this morning, so let's wash all this up right quick. And y'all see that? Where my tire was rubbing on there. I need to spray paint that or something. I adjusted it to where it won't do it no more, get into it no more. But we need to clean all this up and see what our leak deal is, and I'm going to do a bubble test too while we're here. Alright, so she's not perfect, but I went ahead and rinsed her off. A lot better than what it was. So I got me a bottle of water over here. Not getting any bubbles, so that's a good sign. getting no gases pushed back into the system, so that's good. I really think the overflow, it's just from adding more coolant to it, just more than probably put a touch more than it needed, and it blew it out. That bucket we drained that coolant into this morning, all that had separated, and the coolant was back to its almost red color, and whatever is in it fell out of it. It ain't like it was oil or diesel where it would float on top of the coolant. I would think oil or fuel would float on top of coolant like it does water, but I could be wrong. But whatever it was, seemed like it was gritty, kind of had a gritty feeling, kind of black. It was all fell to the bottom. So I'm wondering if it ain't just something coming from inside the motor, like some rust or whatever residue coming from inside the motor. So we'll keep an eye on it and catch a day when the gin's down, we ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna bring this thing in, drain all the coolant out, get me some Dawn dish detergent or some Cascade, run through it, clean it out real good, fill it with new coolant, and kind of see what's going on from there. We'll have to keep an eye on it for a little bit, but got our paperwork done. We're back rolling. About to pull out of Memphis here. Let's get back over to Altus and kick another one off. Now on a normal day, I usually do, right now while the gin's running, just a 12-hour shift instead of a 24-hour shift. I don't know if I said this already. I normally do 3 loads a day, and for the most part. And every now and then, it's just 2 loads. So today is going to be one of those 2-load days. They'll have another trailer ready when I get out there, but it's going to be, it'll be about 6 o'clock when they get that trailer ready. And the gin shuts down at 6:30 for cleaning, and then they shut down completely at 7. So they won't have another one even nearly done. So what we'll do, we'll go back out here and drop this empty when after we get it unloaded, and we'll grab that loaded one that's there, and I'll just bring it to town. I'll get up early in the morning and shag it over to Altus in the pre-dawn hours. So they got us under a freeze watch tonight, and then the county just north of us, we're clearing the Donley County, the counties just north of us and north are under actual freeze warning. So, we're kind of down in a low spot here. It might actually do it tonight. It's kind of early. Kind of be an early freeze for us. I mean, the last few years we haven't froze until the middle of November or later. And I remember, man, it was probably 4 years ago. We didn't get a freeze until it was either late December. We still had leaves on the trees at Christmas, and that was freaking unheard of around here. So, but anyway, we might get that early freeze tonight. And I think it might hurt a little bit on some of this cotton, but for the most part, I think it's all ready to be bit, and that way I go ahead and open up and be ready for harvest. So we're about to cross 287 here, and let's get on over to Altus. Getting her done, fellas. Getting her done. And somebody's in the trailer right now by the kitchen. They probably got it about halfway unloaded. We got our paperwork done. I went out there and checked for air bubbles on my overflow, and no air bubbles. You can tell it had been leaking some coolant though, so I don't know. I might even need to give me a new cap. And I don't know. We're gonna keep an eye on it. I did zip tie a bottle to that overflow. I'm gonna see how much that bottle catches on the way home. Old sun is starting to go down. Getting close. We're gonna boogie her back west, back to Texas, and get that preload. running an ND filter on my camera today, trying it out, and it's still kind of dark. I need to take it off for the low light stuff, but this will get us in here to the gin, see what's going on. We're going to drop this trailer and grab a loaded and put the empty back in the hole. I got a little 806 and this 806 behind me. Little 806 likes to come out to the gin on the last load a lot of times if it's not too late, and ride back into town and move trailers around with me. Gin is closed already. They're shut down. They shut down about 10 minutes ago, so we got here just right on time. Who we got with us right here?
Chicken wing.
Chicken wing. So he's gonna follow me around while we move our trailers around. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how good of a cameraman he is. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's unhook this one.
see the bells up there.
Look at what you're recording. Make sure it's on there.
Yeah. It's cold.
Cold?
Yeah. I didn't bring my jacket. I left it at my kindergarten school. I left it.
Go get the yard now.
Yeah, you're probably gonna miss a turn when you bring me to school.
Huh?
You're probably gonna miss a turn when you bring me to school, I think. Cause you don't know yet. I don't know yet. moth is that? Where's that? Where's moths are at?
Found the dog. Didn't we?
Dog. What?
We found the dog. Good job, buddy.
How?
Alright. So, y'all think Chicken Wing did a good job? What do you think? You did a good job?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Tell everybody we'll see them on the next. Huh? On the next video. Tell them we'll see y'all on the next video.
We'll see you on the next video.
Keep the shiny side up.
I don't know how to do that.
And the hammer down. Tell them that. Say, keep the shiny side up.
Keep the shiny side up.
Point. And the hammer down. And the hammer down. On the next 806 driver. Right? see y'all on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with us today.